Hello friends, welcome to Cook and Bake with V. Shetty. In this video, making yet another version of Tres Leches cake, this time got inspired by Royal Falooda, a rose-flavoured milk dessert very popular in India, and the recipe is called Falooda Tres Leches Cake. So I'm making rose syrup, eggless sponge cake, and then the cake is soaked in rose milk syrup. So this is served in Falooda style. First is a recipe for rose syrup. So you can use the store-bought one, but making rose syrup at home is very easy. So in a saucepan I have taken around 1/4 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of water. Stir on low to medium heat until the sugar gets dissolved. Add in dried rose petals, so it is around 1/4 cup. So these are edible dried rose petals. You can use even the fresh rose petals, but make sure the roses are organic and pesticide free. And if you're using fresh petals, soak it in water overnight and then cook it. To get the color to the syrup, the redness or the pink color, so I'm using a natural coloring ingredient, that is strawberries. So I've used around 1/4 cup of diced strawberries. If you wish, you can use red or pink food coloring gel or liquid. If necessary, you can add extra 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. Cook until the liquid gets thickened, that is one thread consistency, or you can just see with the spatula. So if the liquid is sticking on the spatula, so then the syrup is done. Turn off the heat and let it cool completely. Strain the syrup through a sieve or muslin cloth and store it in a clean airtight glass bottle. So these cooked petals, you can use it as a gulkan or as a rose jam. So no need to throw those cooked petals. So in India, these petals are sold as gulkan. So as it is, you can use as a rose jam on toasted bread, or you can add in coarsely ground fennel seeds to the cooked petals. Nuts of your choice like almonds, cashews and pistachios. Gulkan has many health benefits. It's very cooling and refreshing during summer, aids in digestion, removes toxins and purifies the blood. Next is the recipe for eggless sponge cake. So here I've taken 3/4 cup of yogurt or curd. So to that I'm adding 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, mix the baking soda with the yogurt and keep it aside for few minutes. So here I've taken 120 grams, which is around 2/3 plus 1/4 cups of cake flour, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder and half teaspoon of salt. So mix these dry ingredients. So you can see the bubbles in the yogurt. So to that add in 1/3 cup of castor sugar. Mix it well. Then add around 3 tablespoons of oil. So any flavorless oil you can use. Combine it well so that it becomes a homogeneous mixture. So then add in 3 to 4 teaspoons of rose syrup. Next, sift the dry ingredients and add it to the wet mixture in batches. So here I am using cake flour. To know how to make cake flour at home, please check the description box below. Fold in the dry ingredients and mix it until there are no lumps. Here I am using a natural coloring agent, that is beetroot juice. So I have grated a small beetroot and squeezed out the juice out of it. So this is a natural coloring liquid. So if you want a proper pink or red color to the cake, you can also use store-bought pink food coloring gel or liquid. So just add few drops of that coloring gel or liquid to the batter and mix it well. Grease a rectangular baking pan and line it with baking or parchment paper. So here I am using a rectangular ceramic dish which I have sprayed it with oil and placed a parchment paper. Pour the cake batter into the pan or the ceramic dish. So using a cake tester, or you can also use toothpick, swirl around to release the air bubbles. Bake the cake batter in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes or until toothpick inserted comes out clean. Next, preparing the milk syrup to soak the cake. I have taken 1/4 cup of sweetened condensed milk, adding 1/4 cup of evaporated milk and 1/4 cup of regular full fat milk. Whisk the three milks really well. So the sweetened condensed milk and evaporated milk are homemade, so you can easily make it at home. Please check the description box below for the links to prepare sweetened condensed milk and evaporated milk. Adding 1 to 2 teaspoons of rose syrup. Mix it well and then place it in the refrigerator. If you wish to have color in the milk, you can add the pink food coloring gel or liquid. I added few drops of beet juice to it. Once the cake is baked, cool it completely and then take the cake out of the parchment paper. So I am leveling the cake with the help of a serrated knife. Then transferring the cake into the same dish. With the help of a toothpick, make holes in the cake. Slowly drizzle the rose milk syrup on the cake. Keep it at room temperature for 1 to 2 hours or until all the liquid is soaked in by the cake. Once the liquid is absorbed, place the cake in the refrigerator until you prepare the whipped cream for frosting. For the frosting, I am using whipped cream. So I have used around 150 ml of heavy whipping cream. Added around 3 to 4 tablespoons of icing sugar. With the help of a hand blender, I have whipped the cream until a stiff peak is formed. Then I placed it in the refrigerator to set the whipped cream. So once the whipped cream is set in the refrigerator and the cake has absorbed the liquid, frost the cake. Use an offset spatula to even out the frosting. Keep the frosted cake in the refrigerator for an hour to set. So you can serve like this by sprinkling some rose petals and crushed nuts of your choice. So here I am using crushed pistachios. So this is one way of serving this cake. You can also serve this cake in Falooda style. So for that, I have taken around 2 teaspoons of basil or sabja seeds. Soak these seeds in half cup of water. Keep it aside for around 10 to 15 minutes until the seeds fluffs up. To serve the cake in Falooda style in a bowl, add few tablespoons of rose milk. Then add cooked fine vermicelli or Falooda vermicelli. Here I am using fine noodles, cooked fine noodles. Then few teaspoons of soaked sabja seeds or basil seeds. Then place a piece of Tres Leches cake in the bowl and sprinkle some dried rose petals, crushed nuts of your choice. So if you want to serve it in a Royal Falooda style, you can add strawberry jellies and any cut fruits of your choice. So this is a super delicious cake. Please do try this recipe and let me know your feedback in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.